Hey everybody, welcome back to the second video today. This is the 2007 Kasey Kahne test car video. This is one of my, if not my all-time favorite test car I've ever seen run. It is clean, it is crisp, it is just one awesome looking race car. And this is the Elite version from the 2007 season. Test cars, not even a thing anymore. I guess kind of. They'll be testing the next gen car, and I believe there's actually a Hendrick one out for pre-order. I got to see if I got that on the site yet or not. But in general, test cars just aren't a thing. You know, guys aren't allowed to test places, and you know we don't have preseason thunder at Daytona like we used to, where everyone would bring a car down, they'd be testing, and you know, we really had a lot of build-up to the big race. So, not saying we need it all back, but it certainly helps build up for the event. But anyway, you can see here, we'll start with the Certificate of Authenticity. The certificate enclosed, yeah, you get the point. DIN 167 of 2007. They made a lot of Elites like this, and they made 2007 of a lot of them. And it was kind of a weird thing. It's a good thing because there's a lot available. But let's go ahead and take a look at the box quick before we get into the car. It is the track tested. You can see number 9, Kasey Kahne and Dodge. This is all on the clear, I guess it would be called a fog clear what do you call it? Sleeve. Then we have the owner's Elite box here. I'm going to slide this so I don't knock a bunch of cars over. It is the clamshell style, so it does just pop open there. And then we normally would put the card back in there. But yeah, so basic clamshell style with the sleeve. So pretty clean box, nothing too crazy there. But let's get into the part that really makes this thing awesome. This is the race car. So this car here, you can see starting off, beautiful. It is a matte black color all the way across, all the way around the car. We've got 2 white racing stripes. If you remember back in 2004 and 2005, Kasey Kahne ran a white, in 2005 at least, it was a white Dodge Charger with red racing stripes across the top. And in 2004, it was the opposite. It was reversed. And it was just a beautiful car. And this one, because there's no contingencies and barely any sponsors, this is beautiful. I mean, you have outside of the red spot here and the red spot here, and the A, this is a beautiful car because you've got the white valance on the front, you got the white racing stripes going all the way from nose to the very back. It's just the matte coloring, everything about this car is beautiful. This is one of the best test cars I think I've ever seen. I love this car. You know, I have seen his other test cars. They were both gray, you know, kind of that basic, you know, sheet metal color. Nothing real crazy. But this car, oh man, it just looks so good. But anyway, let's go ahead and start. We'll just go down the left side. You got the red rim. I said these rims were metal up until 2009. But you can see as we go, 2009, right? I think it was 2009. I could be wrong. But I know they're definitely metal on this one. But you can see we've got the red number 9 there. We got the A for primary car. You can see some rivets down along the skirt there, but that's kind of all there is around there. It does also have this thing here. This is the window net. You can pop it down, and then you can look inside. Some of the detail is the best on these cars. You can see, if you can see inside, it is hard to see. I'm going to try and see if I can get my camera to do some zooming. We're going to do some zooming. So inside, this is some seat belts in the seat there. We're going to go ahead and rotate. There's some buckles down there around the base of the seat. As we rotate around, you can see the steering wheel, the radio wire, and you can even see, maybe, I don't have a lot of good lighting, but you can see some of the gauges in there. The gauges actually have individual colors to them. And when I say colors, I just mean it has like the numbers in the gauges. So that's kind of cool. You can see the shifter. But very, very excellent cab detail. 2007, probably the best year for Elites, in my personal opinion. But anyway, let's go ahead and back this up and get back to the rest of the car here. You can see we've got Dodge back here. Again, no sponsors the rest of the car. The red rim again, the fuel insert. As you get to the very back of the car, you can see we've got those 2 stripes there. You can see it kind of actually leans a little bit. You know, kind of looks a little weird, but you can see we got those 2 stripes on the deck lid and on the rear bumper. We also have the fuel cell with the braces and tethers here on the back. Also, if you haven't noticed already, the individual little spokes here on the spoiler, that is only on the Elites for these cars. As you get up to the roof, you can see we've got the white number 9. Also, we still have the racing stripes up here, and then it's just matte black all the way around. We'll go ahead and pop one of these window, well, I almost called it window something, roof flaps. The roof flaps do have the tethers on them right there. When I first got one of these cars, I was confused on what this hole was for. I said, "Hey, there's a hole in the roof of my car." Like I'm talking. I got this car back in like 2009, maybe 2008. I mean, it was a long time ago. I mean, it was fairly new at the time, but it was just cheap for some reason. But I remember asking the guy I bought it from on eBay. I said, "Hey, there's a hole in the roof. What am I supposed to do with it?" And he said, "No, it's supposed to be like that." And I was like, "Are you sure?" And he's like, "Yep, that's how they're designed." And because I didn't know antennas were a thing, and I wasn't a member of a Facebook group, I didn't have any of that stuff, I didn't know how the antennas worked until I got another Elite for a car of tomorrow in 2012, like 4 years later. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, there's an antenna. So then I went back and looked in the box, and sure enough, I found the antenna and realized what it was for. But I kid you not, when I first found out there was a hole in the roof, I was so disappointed. I was like, oh no, there's a hole. Like, why is there a hole in the middle of my roof? And it took me a very, very long time to understand that it was for the antenna. Longer than I care to admit. But anyway, let's go back to the right side. Same as the left, we do have our tailpipes here. We got our number 9. We've got the matte black coming all the way across. You can see when we get over to the nose how much shorter the nose is compared to the one we showed earlier. But just a sharp-looking car. I mean, no headlights, but you do have the little red boxes here, here, and here. But man, it just looks so sharp. The matte color, we got the white valence and the white stripes. It's just a very clean, crisp car. Looks absolutely stellar. I love this car. Honestly, even the front, you can see the little grill grates here that they kind of have, the little plates they put on top for detail. Those look really good. Now let's get into probably one of my favorite, if not my absolute favorite part about these cars, which is the engine detail. So I'm gushing on this car. I know this is a little bit longer video, but I love these cars, and this is one of my absolute favorites because I don't have a ton of 07 Elites for Kahne, but this is the one that is my favorite. If they had made the Mopar car, might be a different story. But anyway, so as you look in here, you can see the red engine block, the silver valve covers on the top. You got some blue wires running around there. You can see we have a coolant line over here, another line over here. I'm not sure which reservoir that is here. Radiator there. You can see we've got an orange hose running here to the back. We do have the wheels posing each way, so we don't have anything super unheard of there. You can see the little tethers here and the braces in the back. So we do have all that detail as well. But overall, you can see just a very, I don't want to say busy engine, but just a lot of detail to this engine area. Most detail, frankly, I think, in all of the Elites. I think the 07 Elite had the best engine detail. If you have an idea which one was better, let me know, but I'm pretty sure, in my opinion, that it was this one, and I can't think of any of them that I prefer the engine to, detail-wise, than the 07s for any make. Ford was a little less, but for sure the Chevys and Dodges. The only other thing left on this car, let's go ahead and zoom it out, is the undercarriage. You can see here we do have the DIN plate 167. It does have a functioning rear suspension here. We do have our track bar, or our trailing arms. We also have the track bar mount here. You can see it right there, and then you can see we got a couple lines there. We got a drive shaft, exhaust pipe, and then you can see all the detail up under the front, little transmission lines and everything. So tons and tons of detail on this car. I mean, these Elites had just insanely good detail. And as I said, this one just has a very sharp paint scheme. The matte black looks amazing. The racing stripes keep it nice and simple. It's just a really, really nice looking car. I absolutely love this car. Like I said, I don't think it's worth a ton. I don't think it's super valuable. So if you have the same interest as I do, definitely check them out. I think you can probably get one on eBay for less than 70 bucks. In the Elite version 2, and I highly recommend it. This is one of my absolute favorite cars. But if you agree with me, let me know in the comments below. If you disagree with me, let me know, but, you know, break it to me gently. I like this car too much. Be nice. But yeah, let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this car, and obviously let me know if you've got any of your personal favorite test cars and which ones those are. So other than that, though, this has been Race Grace. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed, and we will see you in the next Diecast review.